Woohoo! I just crossed into New Mexico and I'm only an hour away, time zone wise, from California. Just an hour difference. I'm in mountain time. I'm excited.
Continue on US 412 West, 482 miles.
Clayton, New Mexico. That right there is the Rockies. That's the Rockies. We're going home. Right on the other side of that is my winter home in my California. Woohoo! I don't know when I'm getting back to California. Look at the Rockies! Yay! I'm really getting excited about buying a new RV. It's taken me a while, I think, to get here. I'm gonna miss Matilda, but I'm kind of feeling like, you know, for a while, it was about, I don't know, I don't want to say making a statement, that feels a little too strong, but it was about saying, it was about shunning image and you know, really just shunning everything that I chased in my life, and that was all me. I recognize that it was just things that my life and my experiences and my thinking, things that all those things told me that I needed and that I needed to have and achieve in order to be not only a success but to be normal, because I never felt normal, because my life was never normal. And this last year of my life, or the last year and a half, really was about a rebalancing. And as many of you know, oftentimes when you rebalance, you go to extremes. It's very rare that you go from far on one side to the middle. You usually go far to the other side, and then you kind of sway and you end up somewhere in the middle. And I think that's where I'm at. I think that, well, for one thing, I've said all along, Matilda was all I could afford. And I didn't want to finance anything. You know, and I really did want to make it work. And I really have not been hung up on looks and appearance. And in fact, in some ways, I feel that Matilda's appearance has been a safety for me, feeling like, you know, the way I look, people aren't going to mess with me, or the way Matilda looks. And so I think there's been some safety in that. But now I'm starting to feel a little bit like maybe there's something else going on with me holding on to Matilda. Maybe it's a deeper feeling of not deserving more, that living in something like this is what I deserve. It's been kind of an ongoing issue in my life with, you know, everything, the men I've dated, the situations I put myself in, and feeling like I don't deserve better. And so I've really had to kind of explore that recently and say, is that why I'm holding on to Matilda? Do I just don't feel like I deserve more? And now with the recent issues, I'm really feeling like, ew, why am I still in Matilda? You know, I've been trying to make the best of it, but there comes a point when I need to move forward. To quote someone who is really important to me and really helps me see things clearly. And so I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to move forward. Let's go make this work. Hey friendlies, it's Carolyn and welcome back to my RV life. I am here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which also just happens to be, you ready? The end of the road for Matilda and me. Yep, that's right. Matilda and I are parting ways. I have taken her shenanigans long enough and I bought a new RV. After 24,000 miles together, I don't know, 30 states, 16 months, more money than I even care to think about, including some money that I spent recently, which is now really just more money down the drain. I decided I couldn't do it anymore. Traveling back across the country going west, I had another round of twice a day, once a day, something breaking, something going wrong, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Just in Missouri, I don't even want to talk about it. I just put completely whole new brakes on them in Missouri, and I had to. They were grinding. I couldn't travel cross country with grinding brakes, so I spent a ridiculous amount of money on completely new front and back brakes, and that's just money down the drain now. But the good news is I have a new RV. I can't believe it. And it's a few days right now before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure when you're going to see this. I'm waiting for delivery on the RV. And I'm hoping, I'm going to go Wednesday and hopefully everything will be done. That's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm hoping to get it done on Wednesday, but still, regardless, I'll probably be here in Albuquerque at least, you know, if I drive away Thursday morning, I'll be lucky. I'm not really counting on that, but just kind of finishing up. I don't know. I don't know how to move out of an RV and into a new one. Doing this by myself, especially, and not having a place to store everything. And I traded it in for a ridiculously low. We don't want to. Blah la 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 la. It's history. It's water under the bridge. You know, I don't even want to think about it, but I don't know how to move out of an RV. And for the ridiculously low amount that I got for her, I'm not really feeling that motivated to clean. I don't know what they're going to do with her. Probably salvage her at this point. I mean, really. Although with the new transmission, the brakes, and the tires that I just put on it, you know, there's a few $1,000s there. But anyway, yeah. So, I don't know what to say. I have a new RV. We're saying goodbye to Matilda. It's going to be sad. It's really going to be bittersweet. What did one of my patrons call it? Not my starter, my learner RV. And I really look at it that way. You know, just like the first car I bought. When I turned 16 and got my license and I wanted to buy a car, the first car I looked at was like a 70 cherry red Chevelle with stripes down the back, and I think it was like $2,800. And you know, I told my mom that's what I'm gonna buy, and she was just like, "Yeah, no, I don't think so." Which I don't know, kind of interesting that she put her foot down on that particular thing. And I ended up with a '77 Nova, and within less than a year, I had totaled that Nova. So you know, the lesson was that, you know, you're gonna bang up your first car, and I banged up my first car, and I banged up my first RV, a 29-foot RV, learning how to drive it, learning about the vertical clearance, learning about the horizontal clearance, learning how they aren't made to bump into trees. Right? Like I said, you bump into stuff and shit just falls off, which is literally the case. And I just learned that, you know, you can't do that. But I've gotten so much better at driving. In fact, when I went for a test drive with the guy at the RV lot, he was like, "Oh my God, you actually know how to drive." I'm like, "Yeah, I've driven a lot of miles, and I've driven a lot of miles in the RV. So I've really learned a lot in my year and a half in Matilda. Gosh, I've learned so much about how an RV works, and I was just thinking about that the other day when I was shopping for the RV, and just how much more knowledge and experience I have now. I didn't know how the electrical works. I didn't know how the refrigerator works. I didn't know how the generator powered the coach. I didn't understand the difference between how the generator powers it and plugging in. I mean, I had no idea how a motorhome works, and now I do. And so I'm smarter going into buying it, I hope. And they are a reputable shop, and they did a complete inspection on it, and they guarantee that everything is working, and they're going to make sure everything is working. So I'm feeling really good about it. What you doing, pup? You waiting for bears? Where's the bears? I just went for a walk with Capone with a gorgeous view. I didn't have my camera or my cell phone. Maybe I'll go up there again later. Sure is pretty here. I've been sleeping here for, I think this will be my third night. And I actually just found nicer boondocking up the dirt roads. The roads here are really, really rough, so I couldn't go too far up that road. But and I went to the right the first night I got here, and just now I walked up to the left, and there's a lot of boondocking. Well, kind of. Actually, the one really good boondocking spot for a big rig is taken, and the other ones would just, put me in really tight spots. At this point, it doesn't really matter, right, with Matilda. Capone found horse poop. There were some people here on horses yesterday, really nice couple, talked to for a while. And they said that they heard that horse poop is good for the puppy's stomach. I don't know. I never heard of that. Have you? All right, I'm going to go in. I have videos to finish. Well, it's my last day in Matilda. I can't believe it. I'm not sure how I feel. I've spent the better part of the afternoon cleaning, doing the move out cleaning. What a pain. I hate doing this. I remember when I bought my house, I was like, oh, the good news is I'll never have to do an apartment clean out ever again. And yeah, I've done a lot of clean outs since then. That didn't quite work out for me like a lot of things. But hopefully that is behind me, and my new RV is going to work out for me. So let's say goodbye to Matilda. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling like I'm leaving. She's literally falling apart around me. So, wow. It's time to go. It's time to go. She's done. I held on maybe longer than I held on longer than I should have. I probably should have gotten rid of her way back when. And, but I don't know. Part of me feels like I needed to, I don't know. I don't believe in regrets. I know some think that I held on to her too long, and maybe I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I should have gotten rid of her a long, long, long time ago. Back when she might have been worth something and I didn't put so much money into her. We don't always do what is logical. We don't always do what's smart. There's a lot of emotion wrapped up in this. She's been my home. She was my first RV. She was with me when I took this giant leap of faith into a giant unknown. I gave her a name, so I anthropomorphized her, so she's been more than just a vehicle, more than just steel and tires and bad luck, right? But I hope the curse of Matilda is behind me, and that we can all, you all and me and Capone, can move forward with a new RV. It feels like luxury. Wait till you see this new RV. It's freaking luxurious compared to this. It's 10 years newer than this, and it's got power windows and everything works, and oh my god, and it's been taken really good care of. It's very obvious. Actually, it might even be one owner by looking at it. So I'm really excited about this next phase of my life. I think I needed this. I think everything happens for a reason. I think that in the end, I learn, I grow, I prosper, and no regrets. No regrets. All right, let's say goodbye to Matilda. Bye, Matilda.